To your very good health. Bottoms up. Well over a century old, and yet it hasn't lost a hint of flavor. Still not quite so sure about you, though. People tend to lose more than just flavor when illithids get their hands on them. I speak from experience. There's an air about you. Something alien. Answer me true and do not lie. The parasite is changing you, isn't it? Look around you. Good men, good women. Stranded here, 2 feet in the grave. If we're to survive, I have no choice but to trust you. Can I? That was a public display of hope, despite private reservations. I have every reason to be cautious. I've traced people like you. People with parasites in their brains. All the way here from Baldur's Gate. The cult of the Absolute is spreading through the city. Quietly, quickly, and with unsettling deliberation. We tracked them to this ancient village, only to be faced with a man we killed and buried over a century ago. General Ketheric Thorm. Remember that name. He's the leader of the Absolutists. He was a Sharan once. Took to building an army of dark justiciars beneath this very village. Alongside the local druids, we made it our business to see him deposed, dead and buried. But he's returned. Not only does General Ketheric Thorm live again, it seems he is no longer mortal. He has become, in fact, invincible. We met him on the road here, commanding an army of the Absolute, intent on destroying Baldur's Gate. I put an arrow through his eye myself, only to watch him pluck it out like a splinter. He healed right in front of me and chased us into the shadows. Things looked hopeless. But experience has taught me that no matter how bleak things look, there's always hope. You are that hope. And the wit to know when it will not avail you, I think. We must try another way. Protected by your artifact, you can infiltrate his forces at Moonrise Towers, posing as a true soul. Find out what it is that makes him invincible, so we can strip him of his advantage. Once Ketheric is without his shield, the sword, together we assault his tower and put a final end to this blight. You're the only one who can get inside the towers. You were born for this mission. Or made for it, rather. Besides, you need this. You need to heal yourself of your infection. Any cure starts with understanding the disease. Whatever magic Ketheric's using to control these tadpoles, it must be at Moonrise. You're not our only secret weapon. Isobel, a faithful cleric of Selûne. and a light in the darkness. She cast the moon shield around the inn. It's the only reason we're still alive. She's upstairs in her chambers. Tell her I sent you, and she'll see you through the shadows safely.
What's that?
I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve it. Daylight's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. We may know a way through this.
Don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
That's curious.
Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jane?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the curse. I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Daylight's doing her best. She shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. We may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Dark more
Far
wicked.
from it.
I don't believe it.
Towers. I intend
His
to
territory
find
ran from the wood of
What I
sharp
won't
teeth
do
to
is
Cloakwood.
send any more
It
of
took
our
half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
Is that dark more wicked?
Grand Duke lives.
I don't believe it.
Go that far.
His territory ran from the wood of sharp teeth to Cloakwood. It took half an army to drive him out. How did he end up here?
He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. We may know a way through.
Preparing to march, I wager.
mind, please do propose it. Patience. We may know a way.
Let's have a look.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
Burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help
Find
from
out who it
Jahir?
is and bring them to me.
Same thing we do. To save the city.
She doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives
A hero
or
at heart.
dies. I wouldn't go that far. Her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve it. Jailar's doing her best, but he shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. We may know a way through the curse.
I don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahir?
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jailar's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one. What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Any help from Jahir?
She wants the same thing we do.
Good.
To save
We'll leave soon.
But she
We don't
doesn't
want
care
any
if the Grand Duke
surprises.
lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult, and I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone to achieve that. Jailar's doing her best. He shows no signs of waking.
We can wait.
But Baldur's Gate can't.
If you have an alternative in mind, please do propose it. Patience. He may know a way through the curse.
We don't even know if he'll ever recover.
But we do know that anyone who goes charging into those shadows is dead.
So the plan is to do nothing. Let the Duke rot in prison while Baldur's Gate burns.
Far from it. We need a way into the towers. I intend to find one.
Looking ahead.
What I won't do is send any more of our people into the curse.
Blade at the ready.
Help from Jahir.
She wants the same thing we do. To save the city.
But she doesn't care if the Grand Duke lives or dies. I wouldn't go that far. But her focus is on stopping the cult. I suspect she'd sacrifice anyone.
Raven gone?
Stock up while you can. I only hope I've brought enough to see us through. Cheeky, but if you're all right by Jaheira, you're all right by me. Take care now.
Fight or steal.
Good man.
I wish we had a bloody army.
We'll wait as long as it takes. The winds to blow in our favor.
I wish we'd gear up and head out. All this standing around is making me antsy.
Got to have a plan first. Got to trust Jaheira to come up with one.
I don't.
I do.
And that's why we're still standing around.
Waiting long. When the time comes, move quick, move quiet.
This place gives me the creeps.
Seen alleyways in Baldur's Gate that are plenty worse in their way.
Yeah?
Heapside narrows at nighttime. 2 steps in, and you're likely to become some dagger's new sheath.
Ain't my neck of the woods.
Count your lucky stars.
Let's move. Defender of the people.
Arms down. That's changed.
Still breathing, despite everything.
You're all right. Thank goodness. I was worried they'd got you too. You don't know? Stars above. We were ambushed out in the darkness by cultists. We surrendered, but that wasn't enough for them. They lined us up like dogs. Asherak was with the kids, telling them it was going to be all right. Maybe that's why they picked him. Told him to kneel. They took his eyes first, then his tongue. Some of us fought back, or tried to, but it was hopeless. All I could do was run. That means a lot, coming from you. You always seem to take everything in your stride. How do you do it? How do you keep going? Never mind then. Just leave me be.
Patrols report more activity among the...
Something over there.
Seems that way.
I wonder what's past this. Have to keep going. always room for more?
Seems someone's been skimming our supplies. To me. Yes, Mom.
I need a quick word.
Leave soon? Don't want any surprises.
Where am I needed? Is that blood? No, never mind. Something good here, I hope.
Fiat Lux!
Go away.
So he was at the House of Healing. Wonder what he found.
Seems this individual doesn't think very highly of you, but few can resist a well-timed gift.
Sharp as ever.
Seems this individual doesn't think very highly.
At least things have stayed interesting. Where am I needed? What to do?
The Shadow Curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands. This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young Fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations, but since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once. He is? Then I must see him. Insensible or not, he knows something. I will go to see him at once. Join me when you can.
Waiting for the sun forever. Monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking.
As I listen.
We are fearsome, black and red. We are living, they are dead. Two of us, safe to the end.
Flame color. We found him out in the shadow.
This is no physical ailment. It is a spiritual malaise. The man's mind has been gripped by the Shadowfell, yet it has not broken.
Really? Could you bring him here? You'd be glad of the help, wouldn't you?
It's true then. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel. If he was able, we need to unlock whatever's left of him, inside his head. Without Thaniel, no. I don't deserve you, my...
Listen.
He keeps saying Thaniel's name. He must know more. Without Thaniel, I don't deserve you.
Thaniel and me do just what we please. Together, waiting for the sun forever.
As I
Monsters snuffling and stalking in the shade where we are walking. Thaniel and me are... Climb.
It's true then. He's met Thaniel. There's no other way he'd know that name. This is just what we needed. Well done. We need to wake him. He must know something about where to find Thaniel.
Your move, Maul.
You trapped me? I didn't even want to take this one.
Kalimshan rules, dear. The first piece touched is the first piece moved.
That's garbage! No matter where the night goes, I'm gonna lose it!
Then make the sacrifice useful. Guard your Mistra, or come for my Cyric.
Look who made it! For once, I saved your butt out there, didn't I? We're square now, Chief. Say, do you play lance ball by any chance? It's my first time playing.
You should be more careful who you listen to. Retreat begets regret. Always.
Hells! Thought I had you!
They always do. You came close, though. All you needed was a dash more courage. You will remember that, won't you? When you consider my offer. What a lovely specimen she is. A blushing apple begging to be plucked. She might have won, you know, if you hadn't made her retreat. Hell is wherever I take it. I just call it hope, remember? But don't you worry about Moll. It goes without saying she still has the unconditional freedom to choose the only option she has left. Besides, I do enjoy being in this neighborhood again. It has such a rich history of abject tragedy. And tragedy, my friend, well, there's my bread and bloody butter. She lost. She is lost. It's only a matter of time before the apple is plucked. But enough about my lesser pursuits. Why bother with trifles when I'm in the illustrious presence of my very favorite client? Tell me, oh apple of my eye, how have you been? You don't have any gills to get green around yet, but you do look a little worse for wear in this light. Splendid. And yet, I have this picture in my head of you tossing and turning in the middle of the night, thinking strange things, dreaming strange dream. And there's this little voice inside of you asking, is this my will, or is it the worm's? But you have no answer, and no way of knowing. The good thing is, though, there's only one little voice you really should listen to. Mine. See you soon.
A blushing apple begging to be plucked? Raphael's angling for the girl's soul. should at least try. The girl's as bold as a lamb cavorting in a lion's den. But I think she's clever enough to flee before the jaws close around her neck. One way or another, she'll see there's no winning Raphael's game, and she'll walk away. If she's smart, she'll know she'd be getting a bum deal.
Preparing to march, I wager.
Seems that way.
Playtime's over, pet.
What do you want, Mizora?
Drop the attitude and perk up your ears. You've got a new mission. Absolute's cult has gone and grabbed one of Zariel's assets. A devil, and a powerful one at that. They're locked up in the cult's fortress, Moonrise Towers. And you're getting him out. Well, your playmate's wasting precious time. Let's see about getting her priorities fixed. Clause Z, Section 13. Should promised soul refuse obeyance or neglect duty, the pact holder shall cast the promised into Avernus as a lemure. I'll make it simple. Will fails or refuses, and he turns to a thick blob of stink flesh and sinks to Avernus. Now, be a good boy and play fetch, pup, or you'll spend an eternity sizzling in the hells.
Mizora's words may be flippant, but they are tinged with desperation. She cannot afford for Will to fail this mission. This may be your best chance to negotiate Will out of his pact.
Of course you will. Ta-ta.
The more bullshit she pours, the more of it I'm forced to swallow. Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the Blade stands for. Such an asshole. Not a one. All that matters is that we free it. Fail. And I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front lines of the Blood War. And you shouldn't be. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right.
The voice of the Absolute is strong here, and getting stronger. I don't know how much longer I can resist it. But it's good to see you're making progress. You took an unexpected route here. You did a brave thing, saving those people in the Grove.